Hello and welcome to my stream today, where I am going to be playing some Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts today again, as every week on Wednesdays. In which turn, let me quickly turn on the music that we are usually running during this. Now, our goal today is to take over as much of mainland Europe as we can, including large swathes of Russia, which is going to be a little bit difficult, but it should be fine. Now, I'm going to have to say that we are not really coming up on the end of the campaign, not even close. But I want to do some things before we get to the end of the campaign. The main thing being, I want to at least get some foothold in America, because that would actually be kind of interesting. Now, first of all, we're going to have to deal with the fact that Italy and Austria have declared war on us again. Actually, no, only Austria at this one. I think Italy already went to peace again. But, it is fine. The Spanish are helping the Austrians. Well, that's interesting. Oh, we are also having some advances over here. That's nice. If not for the fact that we're losing more soldiers than they are. I still want Northern Egypt, so we have a convoy mission here. Yikes. That's not a good fight. We're skipping that one. For the sanity and survivability of our own soldiers and fleets, we are going to skip that one. We're probably going to try to take over this area, though. We're just going to take a bit of a battleship firepower. Not this one. Definitely not this one. You are going to go back to port. We are... Well, we are not big friends with them, but... Somehow they gained a minefield here again. That's impressive. Just kind of appeared out of nowhere. Let me just quickly check where we stopped last week, because we still had a bunch of things in production. Yeah, we're building 3 ships, none of them for ourselves. We are refitting ships, though. Mainly 2 very, very big ships. But now that our dockyards are mostly freed up again, with mostly, I mean, mostly. Did we remodel our light and heavy cruisers already? The Witchvine is remodeled. The Frauenlob. Is this the most up-to-date one? Let me actually do something before I start remodeling these. We are going to remodel them up to absolute modern standard. Which means that we will have to put some radar on here and stuff. I do hope that we have enough weight savings left over. But I'm sure it'll be fine. First of all, Radar Gen 1. That's already good. Sonar 3, yep, that's good. Stereoscopic rangefinder, yep, that's also good. Depth charger 6. Mine layer 4 is still the most modern one. Crop 5 is already in too. Yeah, that's essentially all that we need to do. Very good. Now, it should be a refit time over the old design of 2 months. Now, that does not mean that it's going to take 2 months, I think. Because we are also going to update a bunch of ships that are not yet at that level. And we should at least have our heavy cruisers and light cruisers have radar and stuff. Because they are fairly quick to remodel in stark contrast to some of our larger size ships. Also, we need to come up with a new destroyer class, because the old ones are getting on in the years. Also, another thing that I realized when I was... Actually, no, never mind. I did actually change the length of these. Radar. Sonar 3, yep, that is an old remodel. A very old one. Crop 5 is already in though. That's good. Two powder 3 and TNT 4, yep, that's good. Alrighty. We need to save about 20 tons. Shouldn't be too hard. There we go. And 2.3 inches of superstructure is still good enough. Actually, it's more than good enough. I would probably be able to do well with 0.5 inches of superstructure armor. But we have the weights, so why not? And then the Frischling needs a bit of an update as well. Just a bit. Still really confused about the turrets on this ship. It doesn't make much sense why it's getting these massive 8-inch turrets instead of the normal standard triple 8-inch turrets. I don't get it, I'll be honest. It's because they're main guns and not secondaries, but that doesn't make much sense. Because essentially it should just be this, but upsized. Oh well. First of all, Radar Gen 1, Depth Charges 6. Sonar 3 is already in, Stereoscopic Range 25 is also in, Prop 5, yep. Tube Powder 3. Giving them about 20km range, that's pretty good. Balance borders is probably going to be, yeah, slightly heavy. But we could probably save some weight on something. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe not, but yeah, maybe. 31.9? 31.9. So we had to slow this thing down by 0.6 knots. Well, that's fine. At least we didn't have to compromise our armor scheme. We're not going to remodel everything. We might try to come up with a new destroyer real quick, because that is honestly a fairly good start thing for a stream. And we need them, because it's been a while since we last did that. Our last remodel for the destroyers is quite old. Because here we have the original destroyer, which should have been done in like 1914, which, yeah, it shows. It's a very old ship. Actually 1919 as it is. But now that we are like 14 years further on, a new destroyer is not a bad idea. We're gonna keep our destroyers fairly small, relatively of course, because we could build destroyers up to like 6,000 tons at this point, which is essentially almost a light cruiser. Hybrid destroyer, that's just a light cruiser. What do you mean, hybrid destroyer? What the fuck? What's the smallest you can make this? 4,400. That is not a destroyer. What's the recommended speed for this? 35 knots. What the hell? Okay then. I mean, what kind of armor can you put on this in theory? Destroyer armor on this bigger ship? Yeah, nah. I'm gonna stick with the normal destroyer. In fact, I'm gonna make this even smaller. Maybe like 2,000 tons. Mm-hmm. 36 knots, sounds like a good speed. Mini bulkheads, standard crew quarters. Oil 2 with balanced boilers and a geared turbine engine. You know, all the standard stuff for the moment, because that's gonna be good. It would be nice to have every single capability on the ship, but I don't know whether or not we can, because we're already approaching maximum size. Man, that looks modern as fuck. Damn. We need a funnel, so 300%, okay. We don't even need balanced borders, I think. I think natural is going to be good. Yeah, I think we might have to upsize a little bit here. And we could probably make an extremely good gunboat out of this, but like a universal destroyer is going to be difficult. And not just because we're approaching the weight limit already without having placed any guns on it. Maybe like... maximum size is like 2,500, right? I don't like the platform in the middle there. That's my biggest issue. My biggest gripe with it. Still enough engine power with just that. 5-inch guns would be nice to have. At least 3 triples. Sorry. Is it like funny spots? There is funny spots for 2 inches. Probably for downside 2 inches, but 2 inches nonetheless. Hang on. We could fucking... Can I put the triples in there? I can. Why can't I put triples in there? That's just... What the fuck? That's hilarious. I love this bridge. Now, it's gonna be very prohibitive about, you know, anything with a main gun up front. Actually, no, it's not. It's really not. So we need to be that far forward for me to do this. Also, we need to put a torpedo launcher on board, so the most sensible thing would probably be 2 4s. Okay, I can't do 2 4s. Not with this spacing. So we're gonna have to increase the beam to like 5%. Nope, 7%? This is a chunky destroyer. 10%? Up me beams, yes. What the fuck? I can't place 2... Can I at least put a triple there then? Yes, okay, triples works. That's annoying though. Also, you can tell we are also massively overweight. Massively overweight. TNT 4, tube power to 3, standard ratio for shells, cap ballistic, and super heavy would be nice, but it's also gonna be more weight. Now, obviously, I can just delete these turrets and it's gonna save me in some weight, but not nearly enough. It would be funny if I could put a 5-incher in there. Maybe like a single 4-incher? What are 3 inches? Oh. Shame. So if I went and armed this entire thing with just 2 inches, I could entirely do that. But why the hell would I? As it stands right now, this is not that great a ship. Arguably, all the destroyers are actually better than this. I have the feeling that triple turrets are just not the way to go. We're less overweight than before, so that's good. 10-kilometer range, terrible penetration on these things, but that's something that we have to deal with. Increased torpedo rounds, that's probably not a great idea. I would like to have big torpedoes. Some parts are badly placed, but which parts? Ah, these parts. 22-inch maybe? Man. How are you doing today, Bakatoro, by the way? Hope you're doing well. Oxygen tops would also be nice to have. 21-inch, maybe? Will you allow me a second one here, then? No? No? Okay. Well, shit. I don't like central tubes. That's my main issue here. Central tubes have certain benefits. I will admit that. But they also have certain negatives. Not quite as bad as usual. How about you? I'm doing alright. It's essentially the same as usually, too. Grumble, grumble. I really like what the bridge looks like, and what the front of the ship looks like. We can probably use it smaller or lower a bit. That looks a little bit more natural. Maybe make it even more natural by using the one that's actually fitting for the gun type. Okay. You know, the work has been a bit of an ass lately. Oh yeah, you mentioned it last time. I might have to use a different tower at the rear here. Secondary tower. And the stats upgrades are fairly small, piece by piece. But you can't deny that the later towers are better. Also look a lot better. We'll also probably examine our current armor, but there's just not a lot here to save weight with. .7. This is a little bit of extra range and stuff. Enhanced reloading would be nice, but also, again, it's heavy. We could definitely decrease range. Decreasing range on a destroyer is pain. Now, don't look too much at the range right now, because we need to put a funnel on the ship, and that will actually tell us how far we'll actually get. And it is still pretty far. The thing is just, we still have no torpedo launcher on board. We need the torpedo launcher on board for this to count as a destroyer. And we need to save 200 tons, somehow. You mentioned how yesterday you stayed 50 minutes late to help load a truck that arrived basically 5 minutes before everyone left. Oh, yeah. It's great. I love when that happens, I swear. Now, I could go with the boring standard load of just, you know... Can't even do that, never mind. 2 duels. But we want this to be a, like, general use destroyer. Which, at the moment, it's just not. It just and simply isn't. There isn't any smaller funnels I can use either. All things considered, I think this might be one of the very few ships. Nope, never mind. Never mind, these are way too heavy. So that everyone already work half an hour later than everyone else. Your co-worker would have probably spent an hour loading it on its own. Great. It's just how it is. The pain of having a ship that looks great on paper, but I think I know a way of making it work. Actually, no, never mind. Technically, this would be a way to make it work, if not for the fact that I need a secondary tower, and if not for the fact that I have standards. It's just about fitting it in the weight limit. We can probably get lower. But then again, this would still be a sucky-ass destroyer. Which is really, really annoying. Anti-flood 2, maybe? Gives us a few extra tons to play with. Not enough to work with this. Just get the US upgrade that lets you salty while overweight. Wrong game. I need to reconsider the hull I chose, I think. Let's go for a standard destroyer, because this is a modern destroyer. Which looks really, 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 really nice, but as you saw just now, it has some problems. This thing is significantly smaller. At most, half the size of Destroyer Leader. Could go Destroyer Leader at 3,000 tons. Maybe. Also, we're completely ignoring the hybrid destroyer. That doesn't exist. That is cursed. What's the speed of this thing? 36 knots. Ignore what? Exactly. You got the point. Even though you probably, or maybe didn't. Let's just fit it out with everything we want first, and then see what happens. We also had the depth charges and everything, which take up a significant amount of weight. There's a class called the Hybrid Destroyer. It's a 5,450 ton destroyer in the shape of a light cruiser. In other words, it's a fucking cruiser. That's pretending to be a destroyer. With the armor scheme of a destroyer. So, it's as big as an early light cruiser with as much armor as a destroyer. It's kind of... How do I say this? Bad. 108%, that's perfect. Now we add some torpedoes. It's probably not going to let me do that again. Yep. We can probably increase the beam by like 7%. Come on. Let me place a double Thor. Yes. And now that I increase the size of them, it's not going to work anymore. Just want a big torp. Preferably oxygen as well. It's letting me do that? You're letting me do that? Okay, no, I had a feeling. However, I can work with this. Is it a DD with illusions of grandeur or light cruiser with an inferiority complex? Now that's a question, isn't it? We have overweights, and we haven't even fitted the babettes, but we have a lot of things we can shift around now. First of all, TNT is lighter than whatever it's previously. Second of all, standard ratio, then captain capped. We can lower the range, though the range is currently actually not that great. We can also lower the mainboard armor. Didn't do much. I would actually like to have even more guns, but we could probably use 4 inches. Man, the pitch and roll are terrible right now, because the torpedo launcher is that high up. We could probably work with 4-inch triples. Use the small bits. Okay. We had 200 tons overweight, again. But, again, we can... let's make this like 4-7. Gives us decent range and everything. We still don't have everything I want in this, because I want at least enhanced reloading. But we can downsize the torpedoes to 21 inches. That's one thing we can immediately do. We can go down to depth charges 5. That saves us a bit. Do we need a mine layer at all? I always kind of wonder how these deck torpedo launchers got loaded. I'm going to give you a secret. I'll tell you a secret. On most ships, on most destroyers in World War II, they didn't. They loaded them once in port, and that's mostly it. Very rarely did they carry a reload for torpedoes. So, then we can lower the range. Then we can lower the speed. Now we're slowly but surely approaching the limit that we wanted. We can also shuffle this a bit. Until the weight limit exceeds... like 3,500. That exceeded in size, but that's fine, actually. I prefer this size factor. For one simple reason. It's going to give this torpedo launcher a way better firing angle. We are also now 36 tons away from our target, which is fine. We'll probably also long this in a way that makes a little bit more sense. I think that does make sense. Japanese destroyers did actually have reloadable torpedoes at some point, though. And the way that they did it is actually quite interesting, as you can see on actual Japanese destroyers and cruisers as well. They have rails going from ammunition bunkers straight behind the torpedo tubes. So they would load a card with a torpedo in that ammunition bunker, rail it over to the torpedo launcher and shove it in the back. Which is, in fact, pretty neat. So, I would like to increase the barrel size of these things as well, but the moment that we do that, we're going to exceed an armor again. Like, if we had 6% on barrel length here, that's actually not that much. And it's increasing our range to 12.8 kilometers. What if we go to the full 15? 15 kilometers. That's not that worth it. What is our maximum? 17. For 16 kilometer range on the guns. If you were to try and load those mid-battle, you'd probably just drop them overboard. Yeah. Yeah. Not to speak of the fact that we're using oxygen torpedoes, which is, spicy. If I were to theoretically plonk another one of those, no, that's way too heavy. It's way too heavy. I could, however, shuffle those around. That has saved weight, and more importantly, it has balanced out the ship a little bit more. So we need to save 92 tons. We can definitely do that. Our range is actually back up to 9,000 despite the... Oh, probably because I lowered speed. 34.6. No. Dang it. Let's go to 34.5 speed anyway. Because that's a nice round number. Well, not round number, but nice number. Been watching someone play Silent Hunter recently, and it feels like every time you pop in the streams, he's complaining about the torpedo crisis. Torpedo crisis? As in... I'm not quite sure what you're referring to right now. Like... Huh? I also like super heavy shells on this. Yeah, that's only 7 tons. When German subs had like half the torpedo duds. Oh. I mean, there's way worse things that happen. The American torpedo was not great. We still need to save 90 tons somehow. Gets us close. Or did they go from the tube? Honestly, there is so many things that's wrong with those torpedoes that it's hard to me to tell you in one fell swoop. I think it was a Mark 9 torpedo. Hang on. Or Mark 19. Or was it a Mark 18? Yeah. I think it was probably a Mark 19, Mark 18. Nope, not quite. I forgot which one it was. I can't remember, but there was a hilariously bad American torpedo in World War II. And I mean, hilariously bad. It was excessively problem-ridden. Like, there was moments where there was, I think, 2 or 3 separate cases where the most suspected thing of what happened is that The torpedo left the tube, ran in a circle, hit the sub, and sank the sub. Nobody knows for sure, though, because all that we know is they fired the torpedo, and a short while later, they went radio silent and disappeared for the rest of eternity. So nobody really knows what happened to them. Dang it. Dang it. 3600. That works. I don't want to make these too big. I really don't. At the same time, if I could place another turret, that would be fucking funny. Okay, no, that's too big. 3, 6, 5. Let's go. There we go. That's as big as we're gonna get. Rather have the jump problem of the hydrophone going bonk. There was so many things wrong with that torpedo. Like, Drakenifel, I think it was, that made a, like, straight-up documentary on just that torpedo and all its functions. It's funny. If it wasn't so tragic. Well, a destroyer doesn't need armor, right? I'm sure this will be fine. 1.5 on the turrets. Maybe we can go to 1 on the... No, not quite. 1.4 on the turrets? 1.4 on the turrets. 0.1 on main... No, that's way too heavy. 1 on turrets. Damn it. So close. This is so bad. You don't think this US Silent Hunter game featured that problem, and that's probably for the best? I don't know. I mean, again, it wasn't one problem. It was a multitude of problems. It was so plagued with problems that... Man. So, this is not going to be the greatest destroyer of all time, but it's going to be better than our old one. So it's going to be like double the size. But the entire torpedo has a problem in this. Yeah, that's fair. I just can't remember what it was. Like... Damn it. Now I need to look for it. It was a Mark 14. The Mark 14 torpedo. So if you're interested, you now know what to look for. So first of all, we're going to refit some cruisers. And some, I mean, essentially all of them. Again. Politics is the wrong button. I want to go to, yep, finances. We can, yeah, refit like a few more. It shouldn't take too long, so that's good. 5 or so. Keep clicking the wrong button. We can actually do more than that. Alright, alright. 4 more. Now watch me click too many. No, we're going to leave it at that. And click next turn. We're going to ignore the convoy mission deliberately. For the simple reason that it's not one that we want to deal with right now. Ding, ding, ding. There's so many invasion forces going on right now. There's also a strike mission, which is going to be all the way off in Asia. Against some Russian territory. Now the question that I'm asking myself: do I go for the Austrian ports or do I go for the Russian ports first? I kind of want to keep the war with Austria going for a moment for the simple reason that they have a lot of inland territory that I personally won't be able to capture. I'm gonna have to rely on my AI to decide to invade those. And that involves random chance. Soviet Union is accusing our country of war crimes. The Prime Minister is asking your opinion on how to react. The military forces of Soviet Union themselves violate human rights and conduct war in prohibited ways. We often have the amount of... yeah, sure. Fight to the end. And destroy the transports. Destroy it. Mine have to get 5, nice. I mean, we just designed them, but sure, you can have 2 of them. We are not building them ourselves yet, because we are first refitting a bunch of cruisers, which should only take 2 months each, so that's good. Building a V5 only takes 5 months, or V6. Actually, no, 9 months. Oops. Also, because we have taken over so much territory, we are now starting to build ships in names that do not fit our country. Why are we building a Tamaride? Got no mission. That's still a bad one. I'm still not taking it. Not fucking with a battlecruiser and a bunch of light cruisers. In other words, that tells me I need to send something over. Probably not the Saxonies. I still need to sort those out, actually. Commodore is being remote, so I'm going to send those 2 over next turn. Alright then. Next turn. That should refit 19 of our rebuilding missiles now. No. No, the thing is that the Tamaride is either either a British or a French ship. I think it's supposed to be a French ship. Ambush, strike into convoy. Convoy's probably going to be in this area again. Around Cambodia. Talking about the V-ships. Oh, no. Germany has had a very weird naming convention for destroyers in World War I, and I think start of 2 as well. Actually, no, most of 2. Actually, no. The V's were only World War I. The war continues. Good. We are not fighting. Shit. I guess we are fighting. God damn it. Well, I sure hope that battlecruiser of the Austrians isn't that great, because we've not fought the Austrians before. We don't know what they have. What the hell did you build there? These are unupgraded. No, this one's upgraded. This one has the triples. Wait, where's the enemy? You are... Whoa, you're close. Whoa, you're close. Why are you right there? Now, these are all destroyers. Notably, they have 10 guns, which is 2 less than our new ones will have. But that's not that big a deal. The main fight is probably going to be the destroyer or the light cruisers. Yeah, the Niobe and... Are you also upgraded? Stuttgart? No, you're the old one. Oh god. So the Niobe will essentially be the main force here. Unfortunately, the truth of the matter is that it's Allied cruiser against a battle cruiser. Well, most of the time German naming conventions are fine. Partial pen, at least there's that. Smoke up and slow down a bit. At least make it a little bit difficult for the enemy to hit you. A little. The sheer volume of fire of my light cruiser should make it fairly likely that I'll hit. Well, make it it's relatively unlikely that the enemy will get to hit us. Shit, I forgot to set the torpedoes to safe or nothing. Oh well. What guns are you using? That's my main issue here. Also, that so far we're plinking away, but it's not doing much. And I'm afraid that the enemy is doing more than just plinking away in a moment. Ooh. Yeah, we are starting to deal serious damage. And more importantly, we're setting them on fire so badly. Their superstructure armor sucks. Hang on a minute. Pause. 0 superstructure armor. Yeah, I'm noticing that. They are getting shredded. They're getting their structure absolutely ripped apart by just the superstructure getting hit by tiny-ass high explosive shells. It's just 4-inch guns on these destroyers. That thing's about to sink to fire! Structural damage! I think it just had an ammo detonation? What is going on? Well, now you see the problem with 0 superstructure armor. It just kind of blew up. Well, the enemy kind of ran out of ships in the area. Okay. Sure. Sure. I don't really have anything to say about that because that was just fucking funny. Slave to the system. Alright. They hit, apparently, 0 shots. No secondary hits, no main battery hits, just nothing. That's another strike. The Spanish are strengthening our relations while they are helping fucking Austria. Excuse me. Wait, are they still helping Austria? They're still helping Austria. What the fuck are you doing? Unfortunately, we are for some reason losing so many soldiers against these guys. They might have quite good... Very advanced, yeah. They have quite good research, so they are actually a very important target to take out. Got my mission. Oh yeah, we can totally do that. Oh, that's Dresden. Yeah, we can do that. For the old time's sake, we're gonna take out Dresden for a sprint. Now the enemy is going to be a lot faster than us. So, considering that we are hunting their transports... Oh, wait. We're getting closer. This is the 5-inch version, so it's the one that has better armor. As long as they have actual light cruiser guns, they're gonna struggle dealing damage to us. While we have a lot of 5-inch guns. Honestly, this thing should be in a museum for all things considered, but here we are. Bong. Alright, it's this weird-ass thing. I'm gonna expect torpedoes. Yep, there we go. Oh, yeah, that's the second one. Damn it. Motherfucker. Oh, the armor-piercing shells. Shred them. Oh! Man, that's just a torpedo jousting boat right now. Flooding, that's good. Unfortunately, flooding, that's bad. Come on, close range torpedoes, go. Shame, you fired them all earlier. Well, see, this might be a 1-for-1 here. The rudder's blocked, so that's unfortunate. No torpedoes have been fired again yet. You chase your shells by yourself again. Unfortunately, it's not a veteran Dresden, which is honestly kind of funny. I don't know how we have a Dresden that is not veteran yet. Like, they've been in service for so long. And so that cruiser is fast, which is a pain in the ass. Long. Okay, partial pen, flooding. The enemy is just running away from our Dresden here. The Stettin. One of the most trusty advisors to the fair Jericho. Oh, we've dealt them a stark blow. So the enemy can't see us, but we can't see them either. They smoked up. There they are again. The beautiful fired into the smoke. I don't know why he did that, but sure, I guess. Come on. Remember, kids, smoke screens are torpedo magnets. Shame. Shame. It would have been very funny if one of those hit. Still no engine and a blocked rudder on that enemy ship. Unfortunately, it has all of its torpedoes already. So it could just throw them at us at any moment. Bonk, 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 bonk. I think the superstructure on my heel is also pretty bad. 0.8. It's adequate for a light cruiser. They fired the torpedoes. Hard left. Bonk, bonk. They still have 2 torpedoes on board. 1. Did they fire 1? I can't fucking tell. Is it gonna get hit by a torpedo this time? I think not. It threaded the needle perfectly by accident. Eh. God damn it. Sink already, damn it. Sink, you bastard. Sink! Why are you turning? Why are you turning? Why are you turning? I didn't tell you to turn! Whatever. Come on. Almost dead. Okay, we destroyed the torpedo. Or torpedo tube to be exact. The enemy can't go much faster than us right now. With our destroyer theoretically being able to go a lot faster than them. So we can essentially herd them into in any way that we want. But they're just stubbornly holding on to life. Sink already. High casualties. God damn. Do we try? Nah. It took way too long. The transports are going to be way off in the distance. Come on. Load game, please. Thank you. Very good. Well, the good thing is we did sink the ship, so there's that. Also, the heavy cruisers are now finished up in remodeling, so we can remodel more. Let's do the rest of them. Finances, which leaves us with about 300,000 tons to play with. Which we will do, first of all of the Wildschwein class. And that leaves us with about, I think, like 200,000? 150,000. Refits. Let's do like 11 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Actually, we can do more. The thing is that the light cruisers will take quite a while. Which is unfortunate. I think depending on their previous state of refitting, it's... Are they just going to take 2 months each? We can do like one more. Round loop. Okay. Then, I guess we're gonna click next turn with 29 ships being refit. And 2 of them being so large that they take up a third of our remodeling capacity at the moment. It's just some real big fucking battleships. Power to overwhelm and destroy. Now, the moment that we have the remodeling of the cruisers done, we're gonna start using those. V-23 class destroyers. You want the old ones? Sure. Hey, Morocco belongs to Austro-Hungary. A province in northern Algeria. Okay. How large is the spot at this point? Port Arthur's 91,000 again. Well, it seems to have recovered greatly after our last stream. Because I think we got it down to like 50-something thousand when we stopped last time. The Italians are just shipping through some the battle cruisers here. The pride of the navy or something, I don't know. Maybe I should go to war with Britain at some point. This is a funny war, this is also a funny war, this is going very much in our favor, though with heavy losses. And this is essentially doing the same. This over here is funny. I don't know why our army is being stupid. Just sending soldiers to their death all over the place. Like, this could work out, probably won't though. Well, next turn. Our unrest has just risen to 20.6, and I don't quite know why. Maybe because we haven't done much recently. Maybe we gotta fight more. How about we go and conquer? Now, remodeling the fleet and everything is obviously very, very important, and there was a reason why we took our time to do that. It's gonna be a great boon to us, and it's going to increase our firepower immensely. Now I'm currently thinking, which territory should we attack? We could go for mainland Austria. Take Romania off of their hands, so maybe down there near Serbia. Slovenia. Yep, that's a strike. Okay. Where do we have a convoy mission now? Bound look like class rank cruisers. Right now it's bad. We can have a destroyer though. Well. Bohemia Moravia has been pushed back with heavy losses. That's actually, I think, one of the attacks that I thought would work out. Yeah. Did not work out in the end. A battleship against a Saxony class and a Condor. I do not believe that this is a smart play to do, so we're just going to ignore that. Ship design. We should have quite a bit of tonnage left over. 390,000 in fact. Why are you yellow? Is there one of you that is currently... I clicked the wrong button. Clicked on view like an idiot. Yes, game, I know exactly what this ship looks like because I just remodeled it today. So please, get me out of here. Did I set the music to repeat? Hang on. I think I did. I did. Good. So it shouldn't just turn off and leave us in silence. So, fleet. Sort by class. Is there any one of you that's currently at sea? Yes, one of you. The Zeitlitz in the Black Sea. Probably part of this class, this fleet. Yep. I'm gonna move you back to the novel. I don't know how to say the name of this area. But for the moment, ship design and remodel all of the Foul maybe not all, but I'm just gonna click on it. It's gonna be fine, right? It was in fact fine. Why not? Build it bigger. We're gonna ignore this mission here. Most of our land invasions against Austria, I feel, are not going to work out, and most of our land invasions against Russia are being done by complete morons, thinking that running 10,000 soldiers into 500,000 is going to work out somehow. I don't get it. Well, Britain is now scrapping ships from the 1920s and building new ships instead. Funnily enough, Britain, the AI does things in a very weird order. First, they scrap all ships of one kind, and then they start building new ones. Mark 5 6-inch guns. Hey, we're now allied with the Ottomans after we've taken some territory off of them. Still don't know what this is actually going to achieve for the person that is running this war, but hey, if you want Manchuria, feel free to attempt it. The hell? Why would I do that? This is such a bad deal. Really bad deal. Ship design, remodel of the last Frischling. Should also only take 2 months. Did I attempt one of them? It's a Frauenlob with the triples. That's a Dresden with the 6-inch guns. I'm going to attempt one of them. And probably regret it. 11-inch guns can really fuck you up. It is only one battleship against 3 cruisers, but at the same time, if it hits our cruisers, man, it's gonna be over real quick. But the good thing is that this is the remodeled Frischling, with the new turrets, new guns, and radar. Should have radar. Does it have radar? Yes, radar Gen 1. The Falke, honestly, you should just detach and stay here. You are not worth taking with us right now. This is also one of the upgraded light cruisers. Oh, dynamic speed, let's go. We spotted something. That's definitely the battleship. Storming towards us. It's semi-competent. It doesn't have much in terms of secondaries, but it has fairly long barrel 11-inch guns. What's the range on your guns? 19.6, and yours 17. Well, the enemy is still far enough away for us not being able to shoot at them. Actually, never mind. We are well within their main battery range, though. At this distance, we already have a 15% chance to hit them. Because the Frischling is, in fact, veterans. The München, on the other hand, is regulars. And 8-inch gun shells are, funnily enough, or luckily enough, pretty good. Try to move in a way where all the turrets can fire. As we try to burn their battleship to the ground. Slow down to 28 knots. Maybe a little bit slower. I'm gonna be so nervous when the first main battery hits of their guns happen. Oh, that was luckily only a partial pen. For how long it's gonna stay at that, I don't know, but let's hope it's gonna stay at that. Again, we are very, very lucky with our fairly big guns here. Fairly big for a cruiser. They are on fire literally everywhere they could be, on deck at least. And it's, yeah, it's just sunk to fire. Well, 30 times speed and go after the transports. There they are. Well, that's one of the battleships sunk. Theoretically not terribly designed. Fairly good 11-inch guns. No secondaries, so that's not great. Good range for the secondaries, though. The armor is well spread out. I think the main problem for them just now was the fact that we were using 8 and 7.1-inch guns with very good penetration, even at distance. Oh, that's a nice effect. If the oil would be at fire now as well, that would be even prettier. Obviously, the München's gonna reach them faster than the Frischling will ever. But that's fine. Also, there you can see what the radar does. The radar's telling us, hey, there's the enemy. It's essentially blipping on the screen where the enemy is at the time. Unless they're visible eye. Because at that point, it's kind of pointless. Oh yeah, we're definitely in main battery range in a moment. Actually, we already are. Bonk. Now, the mission should be having a significantly faster rate of fire. 3.18 rounds per minute against... Actually, no. It's not that much faster. It's just a little bit faster. It just has a lot more guns. 18.9 seconds against 19.3. Then again, always got to keep in mind, this crew is veterans, so they get a 20% boost, where these ones only get a 12% boost. We're not ending the battle with some transports just running about. It's armed merchants as well, so we're not committing a war crime by sinking them. Theoretically. Well, the 3-inch guns on the München are now starting to fire as well. Well, the secondaries on the Frischling have been firing for a while now. Because the range is kind of ridiculous. Yep, this day is not a good one to be a transport shipper. Just randomly hitting random transport ships and destroying them. Then again, it's working and there's only one of them left. That thing's going down. Yep, it's dead. Transport Tiger sinks due to extensive fire. Very good. So it seems that we're extremely good at laying fire on enemy ships. Okay. That's another battle done. A lot of victory points for us. We're going to ignore the second one though, because that's just a light cruiser and a very old heavy cruiser. Which is not ideal. Not ideal at all. Northern Algeria. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to pull our navy out of the dockyards and do something about some of the enemy stuff. For the simple reason that, at the moment, the enemy's kind of allowed to do whatever they want, unless they touch us, which is fair. But the problem is that our populace, the unrest is rising very slowly for now. And the moment that we just defeated Battleship, the unrest lowered. But at the same time, I don't know for how much longer it's going to stay at a slow increase, and it's not just gonna shoot up. Also, I'm still kind of mad at the Spanish for reinforcing the fight to the end with the Russians. Slowly decreasing that in size, so that's fine. How big's that port? Pretty small, all things considered. Here we have another convoy mission. Ooh. Now this one could actually be interesting, because this is the big boy. This is the Wildschwein. Which means lots and lots of big guns. 9-inch heavy cruiser guns. Well, we already see the enemy. Are they in range? Maybe. Not quite. Well, keep pace with each other. 30 times speed. Graf is unfortunately only trained at a regular. Also, it only has 6 guns. We gotta keep that in mind. While these are very big guns, it doesn't have that many of them. Their rate of fire is good though. Holy shit. It's wait. Really? 3.99 rounds a minute? That thing's firing faster than a light cruiser. With 9-inch guns. What the fuck? Slow down to, like, gunnery speeds. Is it the same class of battleship that we fought before? Yes. First of all, let's do the thing that you're never supposed to do, give broadside. Now the weather is impacting our accuracy, obviously. Why are you still that fast? There we go. Well, that was unfortunate. And it's already sinking due to extensive fire. I'm gonna guess that it was a lot of 9-inch gunshot hits. Let's get you some glory kills here, Garbsby. Danzig, you're gonna sit here. Relax. Obviously the 7-inch guns also hit it pretty badly. But that thing seems to be very susceptible to fire. Actually, how many bulkheads do you have? Bulkheads... Is it an armor? Armor, Babette, and that's all power bulk, single, bulkheads, reinforced bulkhead 2. Don't we all have that? Yeah, we have reinforced bulkheads 2 as well. Man, the rate of fire on those goddamn 9-inch guns, though. What the fuck? Do we have full auto loading on these guns or something? No, it's only enhanced reloading. Why are you so fast? Is it because it's double barrels and not triples? What the hell, man? Well, the secondaries are luckily also quite big. So the enemy is just going to die to the secondaries. Oh, there's a bunch of 2 inches and stuff. Saying 9-inch gunshot hits like it's a 9mm para bottom. I mean... Look at the rate of fire on this damn thing. We're running out of ammo. And this thing does have a lot of ammunition. You know what? I'm gonna force you to fire armor piercing and turn off your secondary battery, just because it's funny. Bonk. Overpens, no surprise there, but big damage. That was not an overpen, that was actually full penetration damage. Oh god, it's getting fucked. I like the Village Mine, it's a great ship. We've kind of created a monster. It's really accurate. It doesn't have the most ammunition. We might have to do something about that. But... man, that thing's accurate and it fires like a machine gun. Jesus Christ. Convoy status rated. And we still have cruisers with bigger guns. I don't know what kind of rate of fire they have, but we have cruisers with bigger guns. We have 2 heavy cruisers of the Spee class, which have 10-inch triples. So yeah. I think it was 10-inch triples. Well. That's another battleship sunk. Our unrest has been quelled a little bit. Now, we gotta quell a little bit of a minefield here. Germany shall move out of ports and show you its force. Oh wait, we need to wait for that one. You know what? How about we help the army in Algeria, because they don't seem to be doing too hard here. I think we had a bit of stuff stored around here. Maybe not. Maybe we just thought we'd had some stuff saved around here. Le Havre. We have the Poison here, which is a Terry. We have the Terry here, and we have the Tresh here. That's something. Some Esteban class. You. And everyone except that Spanish cruiser. Look at those overlapping minefields, holy shit. If anyone stumbles into this, they're not going to be very happy. Actually, everyone. Everyone, join me in glorious combat. And then we'll move a few more from here. I think the part book should be in this spot as well. Yes, there we go. The part book and the Orion, they'll join in and usual shenanigans. Let's go to politics real quick. What is Britain doing right now? Let's try to improve their relations. Currently, they're not at war with anyone, which is making me a little bit nervous. They're also at a lower fleet tonnage than us, though, for now. They're building a lot of ships. Oh, next turn. I thought we left something over in the French waters here. I was wrong. We apparently pulled it all over into, first, the Black Sea, and then back over to Germany. There's 2 strikes. I think one of them might be in Algiers, down here. Building new ships. War continues. Very good. Interesting. Yep. That is attacking an undefended port. No ship damages. And doing the same again here. No ship damages. So, where are we still advancing here? This one is still slowly but steadily advancing. We're going to get Bohemia Moravia, but the thing is just, how long will it take us? So, how much tonnage do we even have here in the area right now? Oh! Oh! Something got done. Buddy, pal, Russia, my friends, you shall see things you would never have thought possible. What's the second one? Was it in Kiel? I think it actually had quite a grandiose name as well. So I don't quite remember where it is right now. Oh yeah, right, there it is. The Kaiserin. Let's have one of each, one of them in either of the current war theaters. With quite the array of support ships as well. Because the big boys, they're ready. The Bonn, the Westfalen should take the Oldenburg as well. And then take some heavy cruisers. Some light cruisers. Oh, we even have our Jericho fleet just chilling in port here. Well, 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 my friends. It has been great knowing you. Most of these are Saxonies. Move out. What we're gonna do real quick, because we need them, and we haven't built them yet. We're gonna build some destroyers here. We're currently at shipbuilding capacity 32,000 because we're building some stuff for other people. So let's build 30 for now. Probably even build more. Let's build more. Let's build 30 more. 60 new destroyers are on the way. They're going to be spawned everywhere across the world. Yeah, these are not advancing either into southern Algeria. Some very bad news for Russia and Austria is now that we have some serious firepower going both ways at the same time. We shall spread. Ambush, ambush, strike and convoy. I wonder who's ambushing what. Because if the big boys are getting ambushed, I want to know who's the fool that thought they'd pick a fight with it. Submarine, we should be fine. That's not worth it. Auto-resolve. Yeah, we lost some friendly destroyers. Ottoman Empire destroyers. That's a port attack again. Okay, advanced reliability. Good. General upgrades. There's an ambush here. We're gonna auto-resolve this too. Fight to the end. We sunk another one of their battleships. Oh, that's a different one. That's a big battleship. Damn. That's 56,000 tons. We sunk one of our destroyers, but oh well, we're building new ones right now. You have the most destroyers with you. Go over here, please. And get rid of the minefield. Skönigata will just be moored over here off the coast. The Jericho and its squad will just go out and do whatever they want. Oh, we have a convoy mission here. I'm not fighting that. These Archangel Raphael class are awful. I don't know what about the Atlanta, it's a Macron class. I'm guessing that they got that from America, but I don't know at what point. We would essentially just put ourselves in danger for no good reason. Decrease the minefield size. And let's start with some Northern Algeria action. 24,000 tons? Oh yeah, we got that. We got that! And more to spend for you. I don't think we need that much tonnage in the north here. So let's bring more fleets, more ships over here. Hildebrand, Wolf. Some cruisers. Actually, let's just bring all of them. The destroyer is actually currently the most important thing here. For the simple reason that they are the main thing to deal with minefields. We also have still this entire fleet here. The Bonn, the Brandenburg, the Hannover, and the Lützow. And then a few cruisers. and a few destroyers. And then we're going to send the rest of the ships over here too, as a separate fleet entirely, just as mine clearing. Heavy cruiser, York, Wildschwein class. I left it behind for some reason. Who if you could need some? You know what? You, my dear, loyal Papenburg, you're gonna get a new ship, friend. I think we're gonna keep the rest in the area here. The Weissenburg is the Bremen, then a Kogge and the Nürnberg. Here we have some wildly mixed ships. We're gonna not create a fleet that's too big. Naval invasion. Now, we're definitely gonna have to launch. I could probably literally park a single battleship in there, and we would still be succeeding. Because we need 24,000 tons, and that one battleship weighs 129,000 tons. It's a ridiculously oversized battleship that will definitely not be in the way. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Submarines, don't fear them, as long as I have destroyers with me. Oh, we're attacking a port here. That's good. We're attacking a port here too, again. One other slowly being dumped. Super torpedo protection too. Protection schemes against torpedoes for warships continue to become improved. Good. We're getting pushed back in multiple areas. We're trying to go into Azerbaijan again. Yes, I don't know where Papua is right now, but yes. Conquest. Oh, you're down here. How much do I need? 2,700? That should not be too hard, actually. We have quite some fleets in the area. Move out. Found open the destroyer as well. Whenever there's a conquest in the Asian Sea, you can be sure that the Frown Orb isn't far. I don't know if that's gonna be enough. Oh, yeah, we can just leave these two fleets here. Park them away from each other a bit, but yeah. Oh yeah, this is the big one. 122,677 tons of battleship. Just to fuck you. It's great. It's great. Algeria is definitely getting taken now. There isn't really anything they can do about it. We can actually take these fleets and move on to Tripoli. Tripoli. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave the big one here, obviously. I'm gonna move you over here too. Can I then go to Russia and also start an invasion? On Riga. Actually, what's the area called? Latvia. That's the wrong button. 63,000 tons. We definitely have that in the area. By far. Like, that's not going to be too difficult. We might leave them with a small port in the area. You know, have to be a merchant nation of some sort. The Brits are currently not happy with us. Masters of the Sacrifice pacifist protest and block the roads. What do you propose to do? Make an official statement that the government will offer financial aid to the needy. Yeah, that sounds better. Why would we do the other one? Sink more submarines, please. That's great. Thank you. Sure. Destroy more ports. Sounds great. Now we're meeting. Now, at first glance, this seems like we're outclassed, but they don't know the things that we do, and we know that the Palmburg has 18 inches of belt armor with a 10-inch 4.5 belt. Has just been remodeled to have very modern guns on it. Actually 17.5 and 9-inch, but close enough. And the Orion will just keep pace with it. Like, the Orion is here as emotional support, so the Palmburg is definitely capable of taking this fight. These 11-inch guns really fuck at this point. 26-kilometer range as well. The enemy smokers to the north. The enemy has spotted us before we've spotted them. That's unfortunate. But it is what it is. In the end, this is a very, very old battleship, and I actually kind of want to look into whether or not we can replace the towers against something more modern. I doubt it. But it's not impossible. What's your range? Also 90 kilometers. Now, the only problem is that our deck armor is limited by the fact that it's an old ship. So they could get some nasty deck penetrations on us. The enemy is definitely struggling with accuracy right now. Well, again, a fairly competent design. The secondaries are all over the place, kind of, though. Yeah, they had a 4-deck penetration on our battleship here. Is that the only thing I'm actually slightly worried about is the deck penetrations. Go down for some extra accuracy because we can. Fire explosive for the moment. Actually, we've gotten close enough for direct fire, so let's go to auto again. Again, these are only 11-inch guns, so they're going to struggle against the belt armor of the enemy. Or should at least. But then again, we have quite the penetration on these things. At the 10 kilometers that we're fighting at, our penetration would be at 29 inches. And I think I remember that thing has... Actually, no, that we haven't fought that before. The Orion really should not be the one taking the force there. That's kind of what I wanted to avoid happening. What is your armor? That's a decent main belt. We definitely should be able to punch through it now, though. The Orion is actually still in action. And the enemy is struggling to punch through our belt, which is very good to see. Modernizations are bearing fruits. Oh, that was a penetration through the 4 half belts. Do you mind if you fire armor piercing for the moment? Not that impressive right now. Well, we are at 5.5 kilometers. I think there might be some armor scheme shenanigans here. Extensive fire. Kind of our favorite way of sinking stuff at the moment, I feel. I mean, hey, having that many 11-inch high explosive shells thrown at your face is probably not very good for you. That's a torpedo. That's more than one torpedo. What are we even firing at right now? I don't know. We've hit it pretty fucking badly. Well, the pattern book is definitely getting a little bit long in the teeth here. If the enemy is bringing out better and better battleships, we are going to struggle. Oh. Light cruiser, what are you? That's a destroyer that just got absolutely smacked. That was an 11-inch main gun hit on a destroyer. Minimal damage to a torpedo, and that's it. And that's the entire enemy battle fleet sunk. I still don't... I think that was a second destroyer. I'm not sure, but I think... Yes, okay. Well, the pattern book has sunk the first enemy. For now, technically we've sunk more enemy battleships while we were at war with them, but now that we've taken the war seriously, that was the first victim. And suddenly, the unrest is at 0. Don't worry, friends. We have everything under control. That's still 100%. Just with that one fleet in it. Move over here, please. Actually gonna go over here. Battleship in there, so that's kind of dangerous. Which just means that we gotta pull this out of dry dock here. The Zeidas and the Grafspee. You shall help me over here. First of all, we are currently at a 62% projected win, which just means that the big one has to enter the area. While these fleets just keep anything that the enemy might try to smuggle through this border out of here. This is at 91%, so we're about to take a big portion of the Austrian economy. Not the biggest would be Austria itself. But Bohemia, Moravia, it's a big chunk of money that they're losing. Gonna move you over here as well, to Tripoli. Actually, that's fine. It's just 2 naval invasions and a conquest. Ding, 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 ding. I should probably check on the conquest and make sure that it's at 100%. That would be smart. But, hey, we're talking about me here. Meeting, strike, convoy. The meeting is the most interesting thing there. If it's just submarines, meh, I don't care. However, I would be very, very happy if somebody decided to run into the big boys. Fight to the end. It's just a submarine. Auto-resolve. And auto-resolve. Ooh. Clash of Fleets. Oh! Oh boy. You have made error in judgment, my friends. A destroyer, a heavy cruiser, a battle cruiser, and a battleship against... let's just see. I mean, it's 17-inch Mark 1 guns, so the accuracy is not going to be outstanding. At the same time, it's 17-inch guns that are definitely going to hurt if they ever hit you. Here it is, in all its glory, the Kaiserin. We've already spotted the enemy with the power of radar. "41 kilometers away from us, in fact. Whee! It's not even a big battleship. That's a weird one, though. Is that the battleship or is that a heavy cruiser? If that's a battleship, then that's really small. Okay, no, that's a battleship. Alright, then. I don't know what's going on with these ships that are following our battleship, but I don't think we're going to use the light cruiser and the destroyers here. Go on, my dear heavy cruisers. Get in line. The Kaiserin leads the way. What is the range of these guns? 21 kilometers. The range at the moment, because the Mark 1s, is not that great, I have to admit. This is essentially a Super Bismarck, though. With a 7-inch secondary, so we essentially just strapped more than a light cruiser to either one of our sides. Alright, also, the Oldenburg with its 15-inch upgraded main battery. Jumped from Mark 1 to Mark 3 guns. Slow down to 24 knots. Actually, everyone's slow down to 24 knots. Oh, come on. "24. Come on, get close enough for the secondaries to open up, and you'll get a very bad surprise. There's so many secondaries on the ship, you're gonna have a bad time. I could probably sink the enemy with just the secondaries. As we've proven before, the enemy doesn't really like being shot at by this many 7-inch guns. Now, obviously they're firing torpedoes at us right now. Oh, there's the destroyer that's gone. Bum! Let's just observe for the moment. Now the 17-inch guns, they reload for a while, obviously. It's very big guns. It's also 17.7-inch guns, so they're actually even bigger than I advertised all the time. Sound, though. The battlecruiser is getting absolutely hammered by just these smaller guns, which is glorious in its own right. Ooh, that was 15-inch guns, I think. Hang on, stop, pause. I want to know what just hit that for 3,000 damage. Yeah, 15-inch main deck penetration. Ooh, boy. Also 10% chance to hit the enemy. Ah, shame. That battlecruiser is absolutely going to die without doing much. Because the Oldenburg at this point is seasoned, but more importantly, these guns. It has a lot of them, and they really, 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 really hurt. Upgraded 15 inches are a very nice sweet spot between damage per shell and penetration values, while having still a fairly decent rate of fire. Alright, 17 shells out. No hits. Let's approach a little closer, shall we? The Oldenburg is firing again. Nothing too critical. The thing is, while we have not sunk one of their battleships yet, they haven't really hurt us in return either, and we have just actually... I spoke too soon. There's a flash fire on the enemy battlecruiser. It has thrown one of its turrets sky high. Let's see if it stays at one turret. Ooh, dead. So let's go to 22 knots or something. Let's try to increase accuracy. I want to see a 17-inch hit. Are you winning? I am. I am absolutely devastating the enemy with guns of a caliber that is utterly ridiculous. "17-inch shells are out. Now we shall view the approach vector. I think they're all gonna miss though. It would be great if we saw a hit, but it is not to be. And that heavy cruiser just got bonked by 15-inch shells. Well, back to 3 times speed. Because we're not going to look at this in real-time speed. That's just not very smart. 28% to hits. Now, it's very likely that the battleship will just die to fire before we get to fire again. That would also be funny. "35% chance to hit. 38% chance to hit. Come on, load, you bastards. I want to see you smack it. No! You absolute bastards. We didn't get to see a 17-inch shell hit. Oh well. It's time to just absolutely evaporate this heavy cruiser that is in way over his head. This is the biggest ship the world has ever seen. A double Yamato. It is not in a good... It's not having a good time. That's gonna sink to fire in a moment as well. Flash fire. I don't think the enemy did much to us. Yeah, they killed 21 crew members of thousands. I mean, this one alone has like 3,000 people, right? Yeah, 2,600. Yeah. Jesus Christ. They poked the bear. Oh, well, the wolf, I guess. And it did not end well. The Kaiserin just absolutely... I mean, it didn't even do much, it just presented a target the enemy couldn't do anything about. Ah, that's great. 19-inch of belt armor. Also, hello Reki, how are you doing today? Hope that your evening is going fairly okay. What's happened? Okay. That's fine. Well, we have multiple convoy missions. We also have multiple invasion missions. Niedersachsen class battleship. I'm not building you a lower Saxon. No, I am. You know what? Yeah, you can have one of those. We haven't built one of those for ourselves, funnily enough. The thing is that it's a fairly reasonable sized battleship in comparison to everything we've built in the last while. It's triple 15-inch guns, 3 turrets, 63,000 tons. It's essentially a Yamato-sized class battleship. But let's not dwell on that. Convoy mission here, 2 light cruisers against heavy cruiser. Kaiserin und Königin Maria Theresia. What the fuck is that name? I think we can probably take this fight and win it. Though I'm kind of worried about this class of cruiser. Let's see. Let's see. Alfred von Tirpitz. Now this, my friends, this is our naval light cruiser, bobbing in the waves as it's having a rave party, I guess. And this is what our allies have given us to work with. Now it's fast, and it's not atrocious, but I think I'm just going to take my chances on my own. Detach, 35 knots, let's go. Well, we spotted the enemy at 24 kilometers distance. Our 15 7-inch guns are ready. This is a veteran class cruiser as well, so... oh, not class, but veteran trained cruiser. So all of our stats are kind of off the rocker. 3.9 rounds a minute. With this many guns of this caliber is very nice. Is that the transports? It is the transports. Man, Raider is such a busted thing. Hey, it's one of those heavy cruisers. I don't think it's gonna have a good time against us. Let's slow down to gunnery speed, which is like 28 knots. Not gonna be a good time for him. As the rain of fire will start. Maybe a little bit slower. Blub, 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 blub. Missing right now. 68% suddenly. Our rangefinder is kicking in. Yeah, now it's going to be very nasty for them. This is not a good time for you, friend. This is not a good time. Now, the armor piercing is technically the right choice. But at the same time, the high explosive is going to be more reliable at killing them. So we're going to forcibly switch them to the high explosive. We're just going to deal consistent damage to the enemy instead of getting one big hit. More importantly, we are setting them on fire. Well, the enemy is attempting to set us on fire as well. It's just not the same if you don't have as many guns. Don't want to get hit by that torpedo. Thank you very much. Nah, continue firing at the Kaiserin. Kaiserin und Königin Maria Theresia. What the hell is that name for a cruiser? Holy shit. Also, what is your armor? It's awful. What is our penetration? It's pretty good, actually. I'm going to set you to auto. At this distance, we should be able to just penetrate with armor piercing. Unless we ricochet. The enemy's already almost flooded to death, so that's funny. Good flooding. Avoid the torpedoes. They have no more torpedoes, so that's good. We just baited out the last ones. Bonk, bonk. The enemy is dealing slight damage to us, but the enemy's also about to go down. And the destroyers really aren't a danger. Hi, Antori. Fire the cannons, raise the sails. How are you doing? Watch these tiny boats getting bucked. They've taken a fight that they really shouldn't have. Bonk. Well. We know where the last enemy ships are, which is the transports, so, tally ho, chap. Oh, they're in gun range, too. How are you doing today, Antori? Lots of transports. All of them are armed. As long as none of them have a torpedo, I'm not too worried. Doesn't seem like they do. Just enjoying War on a Wednesday night. Love the music too. The Command & Conquer soundtrack is a blast. What can I say? It's a great tune. And it fits to this game. I don't know why it's not firing the main guns. Like, we're definitely in main gun range. The secondaries are firing at them, for fuck's sake. There we go. And there we go. Immediately starting to deal damage. By the way, we did actually have a second ship given to us by the Allies for this battle. We just ignored it because it was kind of outdated. And so we just used our own very modern light cruiser to just fuck up the enemy. We can't go at full speed right now because of the damage we've taken. But generally, this went pretty well. We didn't take much damage. We didn't lose many crew members. Ooh, that was a big hit. That was 2 big hits, actually. Now the 7 inches should really start cleaning up house. At this distance, there's not much you can miss with these guns. And transports being transports, the moment that we hit with them, they're just gonna go down. Still can't tell what starboard or the ship directions mean. Can you explain them? Starboard just means right. That's it. Starboard is the right side of the ship, while port is the left side of the ship. So currently, we're firing with our starboard secondary guns. That's literally all it means. It's pretty simple, honestly. This is very, very cathartic to see. Just taking a drive-by and sinking transports with a light cruiser. Very good. I think it's starboard brace for S maneuver. You can already feel the rum brewing in your blood. Well, as good as a tank can be after being hit. A hand... Being hit a hand made of liquid and a Power Ranger Megazord for 3. Hang on a minute. Buy a hand of liquid and a Power Ranger Megazord? Oh, okay, you were doing... Ah, I see, you were doing T. Or attempting T. Hit by, yes. That tiny little grammar issue made the sentence theoretically work out, but practically be just very confusing. Well, that naval invasion is still a 63% to go through. Well, we can't have that. Also, that can't actually be correct. You're not in the area yet. There we go. Convoy mission over here as well. This is not my class of cruiser, as you can probably tell by the name. I don't know what the fuck that means. We're just gonna auto-resolve this. Well, the heavy cruiser of the enemy sunk, and our destroyer is alive, so that's good. Naval invasion is still proceeding very nicely. Let's go and invade Tripolitania, if we can. I don't know if we can have two invasions against the same person at the same time. Seemingly, though, we can. Yes. Oh, it was fun, though. Because, I know that I was always interested in the Ultimates, but I've just never had the chance of doing them. Country only playing us? Germany. As you can see, the grey mass spreading across the country, the continent, and this continent, and this continent. You can actually see it over there, right over my head, at the very top of the list. German Empire, April 1933. We should be taking a significant chunk of Austria-Hungary in a moment, which should really cripple their economy, as we are also preparing to take another fairly lucrative area. Holy shit. 933 million through Algeria? Damn. Yeah, we're gonna really hammer down on their economy here. Damn. I guess it was, at some point, French Algeria, and French territories for some reason are insanely lucrative. Well, next turn. Actually, wait, check on this one. 100%. Very good. Also, one more turn. And then Papua belongs to Germany. Oh yeah, we've also been spreading throughout some Asian and Pacific islands. It's Germany and steroids who even need to with this much lands. Well, that's the funny thing, we don't have allies. Everyone has just kind of been going to war with us in a row. Like, at first it was France, well, then we kind of beat them back and taken a chunk out of them. Then it was China, funnily enough, we just kind of taken all of China. That's a lot of countries that don't like us right now. Fuck you, submarine. Fuck you, transports too. And fuck you, transports as well. This is not a good fight. Failure. Auto-resolve. 13-inch Mark Force. Cruiser submarine 1. I don't really care for them for the submarines. They're just not reliable enough. Probably gonna be like one more turn or two. They've pushed me back a little bit. That's now a 100% chance. Very good. That's 81% chance, but not all our fleets are in it. I'm gonna shuffle a bit. I mean, as I said, as I said a moment ago, we literally have a double Yamato here. It's 130,000 tons, while the Yamato was like 67,000. So, this is one hell of a big battleship. We're gonna take Algeria in the next turn. Then we're gonna take, yeah, we're gonna take that a turn later. These are fairly small ports, but there's a few of them. We take Tallinn. I definitely want Kronstadt, but we're gonna need some more tonnage for Kronstadt. Let's attack northern Finland, or southern Finland. Who of you has the most destroyers with you? You. Hango. Power to overwhelm and destroy. A brotherhood of tortured brains. That's apparently something that they say. Submarines. I don't think I have many more ships here. I have some light cruisers that could send to the north. Heavy cruisers? Saxony, oh right, that's the old ones. Well, next turn. Actually, we could probably send the ships down here. Back to port. But Mosby is... how big? I don't know. It's not telling me right now. You came from all the way over here somewhere. Oh, we're actually invading Cambodia now. It's probably not going well. For some reason, the Austrians are extremely strong on land. Well, on sea they kind of aren't. Niobe, Valiente, and the third one. Gonna go back to Palmaran Bay. Submarine gameplay is... you just play as an assassin class without any diagrammatics. While I don't entirely agree with you, I do like submarines in general. Like, they are fairly cool. The thing is just, in this game specifically, they're not very good. Well, that's another part of the Asian islands. Or the South Oceania islands, I guess, taken. We're very slowly spreading over this area. I want to quickly check something about finances first of all. Jesus Christ, we can build so many things at the same time. And second of all, I want to know how long the destroyers actually still taking to build. Because we're building currently a lot of destroyers. 5 months. Okay. Then, let's do something real quick. We're gonna build 4 of these. That might have been too much at the same time. Nope, that was fine, actually. Because that's some very solid all-rounder battleships. Nothing ridiculous in size. Normal-sized battleships, but fairly decent ones. Good armor, good weaponry, good secondaries, good mobility. All that nice stuff. Next turn, and suddenly we gain more territory. Northern Algeria. Come to Papa. How you can say. And it sounds super cringe. Honestly, these 2 really, really big battleships just allow us to capture whatever we want. In the current area, at least. The moment that we get to America or Italy, it's gonna be a little bit more troublesome. The United States sent us an ultimatum. You can have a bit of money. Just don't let it get to your head. Yeah, you can have a far low class light cruiser. Okay, we have now gained control. Portugal's new leader. Mozambique, sure. Britain and Spain didn't like that. Make sure you conquer Morocco too, and I happen to live there. Didn't we capture that before? Didn't we capture that before? Hang on a minute. Yeah. I remember you commenting about the fact that we were conquering it. Back when we were doing it. Conquest, where was it? We need 11,000 tons all the way down here. I think we can actually do that fairly easily. Yeah, have a Frauenlob class. Okay, the fairly easily might have been a lie. Okay. Don't want to encounter that, that's for sure. Oh, right! They're trying to reinforce their own fleet. But, because I control Gibraltar, they can't go through here. They have to go all the way around, by which point every bit is already conquered. That's it. They have to go all the way around Cape Horn. I like that. That's funny. Hey, we actually have some bigger cruisers over here. Not big enough to fight the battleships, by any means, but bigger cruisers. Oh, we even have the Cogger here. I'm gonna leave that for the moment. Right, that one's not ours, technically. That's not ours either. Oh, it's Prince Eugen. That's where you landed? Yeah, we can't have you chilling here. I don't care about the Sunfall, that was a captured enemy battleship. Or logistics got the better of them. Imagine if you don't control the only straight... Like, I really wanted Northern Egypt for that reason. If I had controlled Northern Egypt as well, the enemy could not get in here, no matter what they tried. The moment that they go to war with me, Gibraltar's shut, Northern Egypt is shut, and I have the entire Mediterranean and Black Sea all to myself. And the moment that they clear it out from here, all they can do is build new ships, and that's taking a while. Actually, hang on a minute. Cancel. We're going to move you over here. To prepare for the funny. You're going to go over here. If you end up in a battleship versus you fight, you should be fine. You're not made to fight battleships, but you'll be able to fight battleships. We have a convoy mission over here. That's not a good fight. That's modern cruisers against a very old one. I think we're going to try to invade southern Finland now. Russia, please, hear me out. I wish... No, I clicked twice. I wish to own southern Finland. Now, how is our relations with other people? America is not very happy with us. Turn the entire Mediterranean Sea as encirclement just for style points. And say, exactly, that's what I wanted to do. They didn't let me. I'm gonna say that we are currently running up to a world war, and I'm not happy with that. I'm gonna have to pay off Britain and America. And I'm gonna have to pay them off big time. Like, I paid off America small time before because, honestly, I didn't see it as worth it. But I'm gonna have to pay them off big time. Yeah, war with the United States should be avoided at this time, so I'm gonna have to pay them off big time. More transports. What are you doing? Don't attack the port! Honestly, you're very lucky that you didn't die. I would say... withdraw. Shit. We're gonna go to battle and turn the other way. Because here's where my strategy of building this ship came in. It's not made to fight battleships. In fact, it's kind of bad at fighting battleships. It's a heavy cruiser. It's there to commiserate, destroy transports and the likes. So it's pretty fast. Do we know where the enemy is? East. We're going exactly the opposite way, at top speed, at 30 times acceleration. Bye! Run away! Now, it does have fairly big guns and, you know, batteries everywhere, but again, it's made to kill cruisers, and maybe battle cruisers, not an entire battle fleet. The good thing is the enemy is nowhere near as fast as long as they want to keep pace with their own battleships. Well, we're just gonna have to outrun them for a certain amount of time, and then the battle will end. I hope. Oh boy, do I hope. Also, this thing used to have torpedoes here. After getting a new mark of guns, or new model of torpedo launchers, they didn't fit there anymore, so I had to get rid of them. just turned foggy, so bye. I think I'm gonna play through this turn real quick, and then I'm gonna end my stream. Because I've actually gone significantly over. Yet again, I keep doing that on this game, I feel. Whoopsie. Some mine damage. Nothing too serious. This is 100% anyway, that's gonna be captured in 2 turns. We have the naval invasion up here, which is going well. That's gonna be ours next turn. Ah, great. We gotta get in closer. Jericho, charge over here. You can't, never mind. Jericho, charge over here. Next to Talon, I guess. Shit. No, wait, that's the wrong feed as well. Where's the big one? Why not? The big one's doing the other thing right now. Getting closer. Damn it. There's too many minefields here. This invasion over here is gonna fail just because I can't get close enough. Let me quickly check something. Just making sure. I don't intend to meet the fleet again. Now there's a lot of Austrian battleships coming into that area right now. But honestly, I don't think I mind. Like, this one fleet over here could be a problem because it's a lot all at once. I wonder what they were doing before. Let's see if we can improve our relations with maybe Britain for the moment. That would be nice to not have them at constant threat of war. Also, despite the fact that we were at war with Russia for like 3 years, we've already gained as much victory points against the Austrians that we have against Russia in like half a year. Simply because most of the war that we fought against Russia, we kind of just chilled and repaired everything, you know, prepared. Well, well, well. Yeah, the Americans don't like us right now, because of the North Atlantic of all things. Auto-resolve this. Thank you very much. Auto-resolve that. Good. Withdraw. Failure. Failure. Dang it. Frischling, Frischling, Frauen up, Frauen up. We should be able to run. We're gonna do the exact same thing that we did just now. Turn around and run away. At top speed. Which is 32 knots. Southwest, you say? Yep, we're gonna go the other way. At absolute top speed, 30 times. Let's go. Now, this is not the most entertaining, and I understand that. The problem is just the enemy is here with a battle fleet, so I'm here with like a skeleton crew of heavy cruisers. While I have sunk some of the battleships with the heavy cruisers and stuff, it wasn't a fleet of 6 of them. So while these are very modern ships and very good at what they're doing, I'm not taking that risk. So we just wait for a moment, please. Please hold the line. Enemy smoke is southwest. It's not even exactly true, is it? They should be essentially right behind us. Yep, and battle. We're just avoiding them for the moment. I admit. So fucking hot here. I don't know why it's suddenly 32 degrees again, but it's 32 degrees again over the past few days. And it's very, very warm. Hello, game? Please don't crash on me. There we go. Very good. Oh hey, we've actually taken a part of territory from them. Very good. Okay, we've controlled Latvia. We have gone and taken Bohemia, Moravia. This is now a big invasion into Austria proper, which is a very big economy. It should actually, in theory, work because we have 3 million soldiers, but it might need a few startups. The invasion into Belarus is not going to work because we don't have enough soldiers here. I can already tell. We're going to have to somehow get closer in there. But that's a problem for next time. As I said, I've gone way over time already. And I need to work tomorrow, so... 9-6, that's today. Yes, overwrite that, please. And I'm going to go and end my stream for the day. Let me just quickly check who I can raid for the day, if I bother raiding at all. Let me see... Who's online today? You know what? I'm gonna go and raid O-Line. I know that there aren't many people here, but O-Line is a good buddy. I was currently playing Hunt Showdown together with Artemis. And, he's a great guy. I'm gonna call this for today. Have a good night. Thank you very much for being here for the few people that were, and, hope to see you again. Bye and have a good night.